This is TechCrunch. Oscar-winning director Christopher Nolan, whose new version of The Odyssey is currently conquering the box office, said it's been pretty encouraging to see deep skepticism of AI, especially from young people. Nolan was responding to a question from interviewer Hugo Travers, who publishes on YouTube under the name Hugo Decrypt. Travers brought up the legendary Trojan horse, which plays a key role in Nolan's film. Just as the horse was a gift concealing murderous Greek invaders, he wondered if AI might be something that you welcome in your daily life, only to see it become something else and something darker. Laughing, Nolan responded, "Well, I think AI is a Trojan horse that everybody knows the Greeks are inside." He later described the technology as a transparent horse. It's made of glass. He continued, "I've never seen a technology advancing so rapidly that's been so completely rejected by the public. Everybody's suspicion of it is so extreme, particularly young people. The reaction to AI videos online and people, my kids' age, immediately calling it AI slop and coining that term and just putting it in a box." In Nolan's view, this is a very healthy skepticism because technology is always going to give us great gifts, as you say, but it has to be viewed with skepticism. Similarly, he said, the motives of the people giving it to us also have to be viewed with skepticism. That's when we'll get the best out of a new technology, rather than just blind faith that everything's going to be great. Meanwhile, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has been angrily posting about the film's non-white and transgender cast members. Nolan did not get more specific about what he views as the threat from AI, but the technology has been a growing source of concern in Hollywood and was a major focus during the writers and actors strikes of 2023. The Directors Guild of America, where Nolan is president, also won some generative AI protections in its most recent contract. The director has been famously resistant to other technologies, including smartphones. His embrace of film can make him seem simultaneously like a Luddite and a pioneer, with The Odyssey becoming the first feature film to be shot entirely on IMAX film and cameras. When the New York Times recently asked Nolan if he thinks of himself as a technophobe, he replied, "I think of myself as a techno-skeptic," and said his love of film comes from the fact that it's better in terms of representing the way the eye sees the world than any digital imaging system that he's seen. "I embrace new technology all the time, but it tends to be sold to people at the expense of systems that might still be valid and viable. That's what I saw in my industry, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We almost lost film." Hugging Face, a platform that hosts AI models and datasets, said its internal datasets and service credentials were compromised in a hack last week. The company disclosed the breach on Friday and said it was still investigating whether any customer or partner data was stolen during the incident. In a blog post, the company said a dataset uploaded to its platform abused a security vulnerability to run malicious code on its servers, allowing the attackers to escalate their permissions and gain broader access to Hugging Face's internal systems. The company said it has revoked and rotated the stolen credentials that were accessed. It urged users to do the same with any keys stored on the platform and review any suspicious activity on their accounts. Hugging Face said it has fixed the vulnerability that was abused during the cyber attack. While it is common for hackers to try to break into a company's network using stolen employee credentials, keys, or a weak point in their security perimeter, this incident underscores the challenges that companies like Hugging Face face when hackers try to abuse platforms and tools to access and steal sensitive data from within. Hugging Face blamed the breach on an external AI agent, which executed many thousands of individual actions across a swarm of short-lived sandboxes with self-migrating command and control staged on public services. Hugging Face said its own anomaly detection spotted the attack and used an AI model to analyze server logs that kept record of the cyber attack. The company said it initially used a frontier AI model from a commercial provider, though it did not name the company, but found that the analysis effort was blocked by the provider's guardrails. Instead, the company used its own local large language model, which it said provided the added benefit of not having to upload sensitive attack logs to another AI company's servers. Security researchers have previously complained that some frontier models like Anthropic's Mythos and Fable are heavily constrained and prevent defenders from inquiring about almost anything relating to cybersecurity, including for defense and investigations. Frontier AI model makers, including Anthropic, have butted heads with the Trump administration over fears and concerns about the ability to use these models for offensive cyber attacks. Anthropic was even forced to withdraw Fable from public use after the U.S. government enforced export controls on the model. Hugging Face said it has reported the incident to law enforcement and roped in cybersecurity forensic specialists to investigate the breach and review its security. Now, it is not clear if Hugging Face had performed a security audit of its systems before it launched. A Hugging Face spokesperson did not respond to a request for comment on Monday. That's all for now. For the latest in tech news, go to TechCrunch.com.